Alright, what's up guys? So, Fnatic Mixes uploaded a video titled Reporters Asking NBA Players Stupid Questions. Yeah, I seen a little bit of this video and was like, nah, this is a video I'm gonna have to react to. So let me go ahead, drop that like. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Fnatic Mixes for more videos like this. Oh, it looks like they got a part two. So yeah, let's check this out because they were asking these guys some. The one with the first like Kyrie Irving one, I was like, you guys, man, like don't just let's just wait for it. But this one was kind of trippy too.
Chris, will the Clippers be back here Sunday playing a Game 7?
What?
Your feeling about, your level of confidence that you'll be back here again.
What you think? I'm on the team. What you want me to say? Nah, it's over. I mean, that's what you want to hear? Yes. That's. Come on, man. You've been doing this long enough.
Yeah.
Seriously, right?
You can expand upon
It's like I think because I was like overall like for those that wasn't understanding what had happened. So the interviewer or not interviewer, but whoever that paparazzi guy or I guess interviewer or whatever you want to call him, whatever you want to call him. But he goes and he's pretty much like asking him like, do you think your team is gonna lose? And it's like, why would you say that about your team? Like, come on, bruh. Like, you can't ask players a question like that thinking they're gonna like, oh yeah, our team, we're gonna lose. Yeah, we're gonna lose. Like,
No, I don't know. Everybody in here laughing for a reason.
Bobby on the left side.
Bobby Ramos, bottom line. This is for both of you. You have a great defense. They're averaging 104 points a game. You have a lot of offense. You haven't broke 100 yet. Is the problem your lackluster defense, or is it?
I ain't really paying attention when I had watched this part. I wasn't really paying attention to the question, but yeah, that's not something you say to a person. It's I just my I don't know why, but I'm like my response to people like that. I'm like, oh well, you could come out there and like play. Like I mean, since you know so much about like our defense and offense, like you come out here and play. But I think it's best I don't.
Offensively.
You know,
Lackluster offense.
look at LeBron.
The problem is we're down 2-1. That's the problem. We got to figure out how to tie it up.
Tristan called LeBron a great father after the Chicago game. What? He did.
Great father. Oh, a great father. Oh, I thought he's. Oh, my bad. I interpreted that completely wrong. I thought you said he was a great father to him. I was like, what?
Called him a great father. So what type of parental role has he played for you and your teammates?
You can see just the immediate like what? Like what question is that? This is the part where I was like, okay, let me go ahead in this video and start reacting to it. Cause I'm like, LeBron is a grown man. Kyrie Irving is a grown man. That's not a question you ask. Like, I don't know. Me personally, like, I guess I understand what she was trying to say, but she just said it all wrong. Like, how I guess I would have said it would have been like, so what, like, what has LeBron said to, like, motivate you for the game? Like, has he saying he given you any motivational words or something? Like, that's how you ask that type of question. But you're like, oh, what parental? It's like, I'm a grown man. Like, we're not. I don't know. Maybe she wouldn't understand. Maybe some people that's watching this video will understand. But I just think that you can't ask a grown man, how does this other grown man, what kind of parental guidance does he have in your life? None. What's he has a teammate like leading guidance in my life, but not a parental guidance. Like this man ain't taking me to walks in the parks and stuff outside of basketball. We teammates, we friends and stuff. Like that's it. But
Oh, okay. So you, parental role. Honestly, I'm, he's. I don't know how to really answer that question. He's been a great leader for us. I have one father. It's my dad, Frederick Irving. But for us, in terms of learning the nuances of the game and also how to win on the court and also how to carry ourselves off the court, I feel like he's been a great influence.
It's like Kyrie though, he was good with the answer, but he just had like you have to or not over, but you have to react to something like that. It's like he hasn't really had no parental guidance in my life. Like teammate wise, like oh yeah, he's motivated me a lot, but parental, I'm like, what that like? No, that's not.
in that role.
Okay, Draymond, here's a.
That's so crazy what happened to him in this. Was it the past game or the game before? Either I think it was the past or the game before this past game where he got ejected for literally like just like trying to get his teammates' attention, like telling. I think it was just telling him to overall go somewhere, and yeah, he got a technical foul. He got ejected from the game. I'm like, that's stupid. Them referees, man. I'm telling you. I can say whatever I want about the referees because I ain't got to worry about NBA finding me no $500,000 or $25,000 or whatever amount that they be finding people and things. But that's stupid. I'm like, something wrong with them referees.
Interesting question. So last year you visit us. Game 3, there's no flood. You win. Game 4, there was flood. You lose. And this year you visit us. Game 3, there's a flood, you win. Game 4, there's no flood. Game 3, there's flood, you lose. Game 4, there's no flood, you win.
Brother,
so
you asked me about the flood in practice the other day, you know, and I said I pray for the city of Houston because you don't want to see anyone go through that. I feel like you keep trying to get at like us hitting threes or something, and you're trying to get a controversial statement out of me, but you're not, because I feel sorry for the people of Houston. People are losing their homes, losing their cars, losing their lives, losing loved ones, and you're trying to get a controversial statement out of me about the threes we're hitting. I know what you're getting at, but you're not getting that out of me. It sucks. If I was from Houston, I'd do anything I can to help the city out, and I'm sure some of those guys are going to do what they can to help the city out. And you saw a donation the other night. It sucks. Stop trying to do that. That's not cool, man. You keep asking me the same question about this flood. These people are losing their lives, bro. Losing their homes. Don't ask me that no more, because it ain't cool. And you're not getting the statement you want out of me. That's not cool, man. Stop doing that.
Toward the end of the game, you shot a 3, kind of putting the dagger.
Saying having respect for the players out there. It's like them guys is like, my thing is that even though like they're, you know, like I feel like in a situation like that, like, bruh, he's, you know, what I don't know what you really want from him. Like, he's a basketball player. I'm not trying to say that in a disregarding way, but at the same time, like, he is a person. So overall, like, what I am trying to get at is like, you have to have a respect for people, because knowing if it was that interviewer or whoever he's supposed to be, like, they wouldn't want no crazy questions being asked towards them. So yeah, it's like you guys gotta chill. Like, just my thing is to any interviewer that be going out asking people questions, being weird and stuff, like, have a respect for them. Okay, that's it. That's all you gotta do. You like, oh, I just thought that it was no. Have a respect for them. Talk about their game. Talk about, you know, some, just like have a conversation with them as if it's like a friend of yours or something. But you be asking people, these like interviews be asking them like weird questions, and it's like, bruh, stop.
To him, and you look toward the crowd toward Rihanna. Was that on purpose, or do you remember that? Or
I don't even remember that.
Well, just to let you know, social media is buzzing about.
Really?
It. Yes.
Don't get in that trap.
Yeah,
bro.
I don't get in there. I'm cool. Have fun with that.
Dan Feldman, NBC Sports. Steph, I'm sorry we keep asking you about squatting, but while Draymond and Steve were arguing with the ref when one of them got the technical, it looked like you squatted down, and were you just stretching there, and what did Richard Jefferson say to you?
You serious
better,
right
bro.
now?
You gotta be better.
People are curious.
Come on now, man. This is crazy.
You gotta be better than that.
People are curious.
I really don't have an answer for that. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
What did Richard Jefferson say to you?
I have no idea. I don't remember what situation you're talking about, but yeah.
You gotta be better, bro. I'm sorry. I like you, but you gotta be better.
I'll take the
So was he? Yeah, I guess I don't know. Like, was he just overall just like stretching or so? Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm like, yeah, it is weird. Like, I guess like if you're the overall just doing like just some random stuff, like you ain't really paying attention to it and things, and then somebody notices it and they ask you, I'm like, yeah, I would imagine it's like, you know, there are like many questions that you can ask a person, especially about the game. Like, but I just feel like, oh yeah, you were squatting. What's up with that? Like, I don't think nobody came here to hear me talk about how I was squatting. Like, oh yeah, well see, this is what I did. I bent my knees at a 90. Nobody ain't came here for that. They came here to just overall learn about me in the game. So this is a classic.
Did you guys lose this game or did the Jazz win this one?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Shaq,
and they said, I think they was like, he got fined for that. I think they said, I can't remember how much money they say he got fined, but it's like they had like a strict thing about like you cussing at the interviewers and just at fans, and because they was like same with Russell Westbrook. So a fan had said or did something to him, and Russell Westbrook was like, look, I'll F you up, you and your wife, this, that. And he got fined for that. My thing is just like, look, these guys are saying things like, my thing is like, look, I'll be able to hold off for as long as I possibly can. But if there's a day where I'm having a bad game, if there's just a day where I'm overall having a bad day, like, y'all can't get mad at me if somebody's in the crowd saying some like wild stuff, like talking out of pocket. I'm gonna have a reaction to it. If I'm having a bad day, like, me personally, I don't think that's a reason to find somebody, like, if they over here, because I'm like, okay, well, I'm supposed to just let these guys just walk all over me and talk all over me and just be able to go, like, be okay with it. If it's some social media stuff, I'm like, all right, fine, say whatever you want to say on social media. But I feel like when there's times where people are, like, just overall, you show up to the game to talk out of pocket. Like, look, support your team, support your favorite player. Don't get to the game and start talking out of pocket to people. That's it. I know people are like, oh, I spent all this money on Tik. I'm like, okay, well then if you know you're gonna do that, save your money, watch the game at home. That's it. I'm like, just save your money, watch the game at home. We're getting the nosebleeds where nobody ain't gonna be hearing you. But anyways, let's see what Shaq doing.
Say that a snake bit your mom right up here, right in the chest area. Would you be willing to suck the venom out to win the title?
No, but I will with your wife.
I know, like, what kind of question is that? I'm like, bro, I've been like, next question. I'm like, that's weird. I'm like, that's, nah. I'm like, I'm taking her to the hospital. I'm like, bro, I don't know what weird fetish stuff that you on, but yeah, I probably would have either said the same thing Shaq would have said, or just overall been like, what kind of question is that? Like, bro, I don't know what weird fetishes you're into, but I think you need to leave that back at the house. Like, we're just here to talk about basketball, bro.
Thank you, Shaq.
That's crazy.
Report sheets will be available at the...
Ron, you may not like this one, and I'm not thrilled asking it. I'm obviously trying to diffuse this a little bit, but it appears that you unfollowed the Cavs on Twitter today, and it's caused quite a stir. Why did you do that, or what would go into that?
Next question.
Next question.
You've had 38 assists tonight. That's a season high.
And that's the thing where I'm like, if there's like a boss or somebody screaming in my ear asking me that, I'm like, I'm not asking LeBron James that question. I'm like, yo, this man get mad and he snapped. I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like, yeah, if there's like maybe like 10, 15 security guards in front of me, then all right, cool. But I'm like, you got me like off up in this man's face talking about, hey, LeBron, so why did you unfollow the Cleveland Cavaliers? Like, what am I supposed to, like, no. I'm like, I'm not asking them that. So I'm like, yeah, you can come out here and ask them that. I'm one of those people. I'm like, you want me to do some crazy wild stuff? I'm like, you come out here and do it first, and then I'll do it.
Is this something you can take forward to the next game?
I'm done.
Mark, last question.
LeBron, Mark Schwartz, ESPN. From listening to everybody's reaction to the play at the end with JR getting the rebound, there's still confusion about whether JR thought
that was funny. I just more so liked it for LeBron's reaction. Like, I know LeBron, he knows of those guys now, but it's like then RDC World 1, what they overall did with that was funny. I like, you know, I could imagine like how LeBron felt, and I would have been mad too. But it's something that you could like look. And then plus J.R. Smith being on Kevin Hart's show, talking about it, that was funny. I'm sorry, but that was funny.
It was tied, or whether he thought you guys were ahead. From where you stood on the court and from talking to him after the play, what's your reaction to it? What's your version?
So yeah, I feel like you can clearly see how he felt. Like, I feel like that's not really a question. Like, you know, you already have the answer. I'm like, if you don't, then go back and watch the game on either on TV, or go, if there is a camera around, like, ask that person, hey, did you record that part? But I'm like, you could clearly see my reaction now on the court. So next question.
Well, did he think that the
Wait.
to it? What's your version?
What do you mean, what's my version?
Well, did he think that the game was tied, or did he think that you guys had it salted away?
How do I know that?
Or did you discuss it at all with him at the end of the play?
No. They asked me if I talked to JR about it. I said no already. I knew it was a tie game. We was down one. George Hill went up. He made the first one. We got the offensive rebound. You know, I thought we were all aware of what was going on. That's my view. So I don't know what JR was thinking. I don't know the question he was trying to ask.
I was just
It's
trying
like pretty much trying to like, I think it's like to overall get like, cause he's trying to like use a bunch of different words and just, you know, make it seem like, hey, I'm not trying to ask you this question, but I am trying to ask you this question. Like, so was you mad or not? That's, I think overall, like, that's what he's trying to ask you, but it's like, he can't, you know, be, I guess, like, real with it. So, yeah, it's like, just, bro, y'all gotta be like Charlamagne the God or somebody. Like, just go and ask him. Stop being scared. Like, yo, LeBron, so how did that make you feel, JR rebounding the ball and then, you know, running down the court with it, thinking that you guys was winning the game, but you wasn't. Like, what's up with that? How'd that make you feel? Like, you know, overall, just, like, be real with it and things. But, yeah, I think there is, like, well, I know that they do say that they're cool with some of these interviewers and stuff, but other than that, I think, like, I don't know if I've been an interviewer, I think I'd try to build up a relationship with these guys and be cool with them, but
If you knew exactly what his state of mind was, did he think that you guys had it won, or did he think he was trying to make a play? Not sure.
What do you mean I'm not sure? No, I don't know his state of mind.
I know
if he knew the score.
it's like, why he keep asking him the same? It's like he asked him the same question, but it just in a different font or something. Like, bro, you keep asking me the same question. I don't know what was going on in his mind. Do you know what was going on in his mind? Do you know what's going on in your mind right now? See, that's what I'm like. That's why it's probably best, like, I didn't follow through with my basketball dreams, because if I did, yeah, I'd be in the situation where I'd be like, you know what, bro, no, meet me outside. Next thing you know, I'm getting fined $100,000 for starting up a fight, potentially starting a riot, and all this other extra stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's stuff like that. I'm like, bro, don't stop asking me the same question. Either ask me a different question or just don't say nothing else for the rest of this, like, interview phase of the what's going on press conference or whatever. But yeah, put your shades on, get your, I think it was a Beats or something, Bose headphones.
Kobe, not to twist your words or read too much into what you said, but being around young players energized you. That's not a statement about maybe you'd like to see some young players on your team?
Wow. You know what? That's a Bikram yoga stretch. You stretched the hell out of it. Good job. Good job. I'm not even going to answer that. That's just silly. Next.
Do you think Harden is a max player? Or would you rate him as a shooting guard in the NBA?
Hey, that's young Westbrook. Man, it trips me out. It's like, cause these guys, like, now they got like, but like Harden got this big giant beard and stuff. Westbrook, either he's like, I think it's like a fade, or I don't know. He be changing his hairstyles because it was like kind of like a dreaded thing. I don't know, but anyways, yeah, it's young. That's young Westbrook right there.
James Harden is a great player for our team. He does a lot of great things for us, and he's going to continue to do that for us. No more questions for you, bro.
Are you sure this is a case where you guys just need to defend home court at this point?
Well, I mean, are you a smart guy?
I think so.
You think so, right? So we don't defend home court, what happens?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
I'm asking you.
Well, yeah, you guys are looking at getting swept.
All right. So to answer your question. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Just need some food and some wine. I'll be all right.
How do you think he was handling just the frustration later in the game of you know, the way he played or didn't play in the first half, and as things kind of in the fourth quarter, it seems like, you know, he wasn't, things weren't breaking for him.
What's your question?
Well, how do you think he handled the frustration? I mean, it seemed like there were a lot of things that were going against him.
It's like you could kind of like see early on in Kobe's face that he was just like, what's this guy talking about? Like, what's going on here?
He felt like they missed a goaltending call, which they did.
Like he looked at somebody and was all like, do you get what he's saying?
And I said so after the fact, so he kind of lost it there for a second and went crazy. You know, he didn't pick up a technical foul or anything like that, but I felt like he played with the intensity that we want him to play with, in the second half.
Does that say something though that, I mean, you guys scored on the possession anyway, and that he's still frustrated enough that he's not letting it go?
What are you writing, a temper tantrum column? I mean, look, he everybody has moments where they blow up like that, where he didn't cost us anything, he didn't get a technical foul.
Do what?
Do you still feel the same way about practice?
Do I what?
Do you still feel the same way about practice?
Obviously, you didn't get it. I thought I played I didn't think that I would ever get that question again. See, you might not have seen the documentary, so I'm gonna give you that.
I'll go watch it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just, hope that you didn't see it. But you just heard me say I was the MVP. That's the best player in the whole world. You think I can be an MVP without practicing? Right. You got to be a bad motherfucker.
There's a video of like. What do I look like, man? For real, man. Thank you.
If you want to clear
why would I
anything
ever
up.
say that?
I didn't know if you wanted to clear anything up. I didn't know what you were saying.
What video?
There's a video that the Thunder Twitter account tweeted out.
What video?
It's a video of you putting up a shot pregame. Ran off and yelled
I would
something.
never say no other man's name like that, for one. Thank you, Kyrie. What do I look like? I was talking to my trainer's daughter. His daughter's name is Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. I'm tired. I ain't even about to keep going on there. I'm about to keep my spirit up. I'm not about to even involve myself in no dumb stuff like that. But next question, man.
Steven said in 3 games, you guys really struggled when Russell went to the bench. You were out there for part of that. What goes on when he goes to the bench? Why is Houston so successful? And do you sense that they sort of get an energy boost just from him going out of the game?
Hold on, Steven. I don't want nobody to try to split us up. We all one team. Regardless if I go to the bench, if Steven's on the floor, if I'm off the floor, we in this together. Don't split us up. Don't try to split us up. Don't try to make us go against each other. Try to make it against Russell and the rest of the guys. Russell against Houston. I don't want to hear that. We in this together. We playing as a team, and that's all that matters. That's it.
Yeah, Russell. I'm not trying to split you up, but twice in 3 games, you guys have not played well at all when you've gone to the bench.
That's fine.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
Russell, you ain't played well at all. Say Russell and the team haven't played well. Don't say when Russell goes out, the team don't play well. It don't matter. We in this together.
That may be, Russell, but I asked Steven a question, and it's a legitimate.
Me and you. Next question.
It's a legitimate question.
But it's like you asked about him, like, so it's like I am involved when you're talking about me. I just don't think that doesn't make any sense. So I'm just supposed to sit here as you're just like trying to like pretty much what he's saying, like you trying to get like my teammate to say something against me. I'm like, no, there shouldn't be no conversation like that at all. So yeah, if I like that is a good answer though from Russell. I do like that answer. And Steven, I'm like, I do like the fact that he's just all like, hey, he's just like, he's answering. I ain't got nothing to say about that, so.
Next question.
What?
Next question.
All right, start with Russell if you want to.
No, I think we're gonna keep the microphone. I had a question for Steven, and it wasn't answered. And I don't understand if Steven wants to say he still hasn't said anything. If he wants to say I don't want to answer that, fine. But
next question, please.
Yo, who is that guy? I'm like, who are you? I'm like, you ain't got no power here, Bo. I'm like, we will both walk up out of here and this thing will be over with. Yo, that guy is wild. He was all like, no, he was like, I still got the microphone, so I'm still going to answer. I'm like, bro, go get out of here. Go get out of here, kid. Like, you're angry right now. I think you need to just go have a timeout or something. Like, bro, but it's like, who are you? to like gonna be like, oh, I still have the microphone. Who cares? Who cares? I'm like, shut down that microphone. From now on, everybody just go and scream what you need to say out. I'm like, that's what I want everybody to do. Scream what you guys say out. And yeah, and then we just, you know, of course, we got our microphones and we'll just walk up to you and things. If it's some dumb question, then we just gonna walk away. So, but anyways, yeah, that was a good video. Shout out to Fanatic Mixes. Yeah, it's like these guys, man. It's like you. Sometimes it's like people, they really be asking them questions. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you go subscribe to Fanatic Mixes for more videos like this. Like, subscribe to me too. And I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and peace.